Get ready, PumpTalk Nation. The news cycle is spinning faster than ever, and we've got the inside scoop that you absolutely cannot miss. From relationship bombshells that shook the foundations of a reality TV dynasty to unexpected legal drama and career shifts that are turning heads, this episode is packed with updates that will keep you on the edge of your seat. We're diving deep into the storylines you're talking about, bringing you the exclusive details and the must-know information that's dominating the conversation. Don't blink, because you might miss the next big thing. Are you ready for the breakdown? Let's go. First up, one of the most talked-about figures from the McBee Dynasty, real American Cowboys, is making waves with a bold move that's got everyone asking questions. We're talking about a dramatic exit that signifies a major turning point, and we've got the full story on where she stands today, with exclusive insights into her journey after the cameras stopped rolling. This is the update you've been waiting for. Then, we're pulling back the curtain on a moment that had everyone talking during the season finale of the McBee Dynasty. A shocking arrest unfolded in real time, and we're getting the behind-the-scenes details straight from the executive who was there, revealing how producers captured the entire event as it happened. You won't believe the drama that went down. Next, we're setting sail for the high seas with Below Deck, where a Chief Stew is laying down the law and issuing a stark warning about a crew member's future on the yacht. With tensions boiling and patience wearing thin, this could be a make-or-break moment. We've got the critical details on what's at stake and the ultimatum that's been delivered. Is this the last chance? And finally, we're celebrating a new beginning with a beloved member of the McBee Dynasty. Fresh off a major life event, he's opening up about the joys and challenges of new fatherhood and navigating married life. We're getting an exclusive look at his new role and what the future holds. Plus, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for all the latest updates, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment. She has this last chance to get her ST together. I don't want to fire her, but we may not have an option. This declaration from Chief Stew Fraser Olender signals a critical juncture for Solène Favreau on Below Deck Season 12. After less than 60 days on the job, Solene has found her work ethic and commitment under intense scrutiny, not just from her fellow yachties, but directly from her superior. Fraser's frustration has been building throughout the season, evident in episode 14, where he confronted Solene, stating, "I've been frustrated many, many, many times. I know you're working when you're working, but when you're not, other people are still working. And that's frustrating for the team. It's frustrating to me." Solene's tendency to take unapproved baby breaks has been a recurring issue, prompting her to question why she hadn't been fired if the team considered her a subpar worker. Fraser, however, expressed his desire to keep the original team intact, acknowledging Solene's significant progress. "You're here for a reason, because you have made huge, huge progression, and you are a very enjoyable person to work with." Despite this, Solene's reaction was one of visible upset, leaving the episode on a cliffhanger as she angrily asked Fraser if he was finished speaking. This tension is compounded by the sentiments of her stew partner, Rainbow DeRuse, who has been particularly vocal about Solene's performance. In a hot mic moment during episode 8, Rainbow muttered that Solene can't even do the King job, and later texted Fraser during a charter, "Solene has been terrible tonight again. I don't know what to do." Even the deck crew, including lead deckhand Jess Thuron and deckhand Damo Jorg, have voiced their concerns. Jess noted that Solene seemed to be rotting like a bad apple, while Damo described her work ethic as appalling and a blatant disrespect to her colleagues, particularly Rainbow, who he felt was carrying the team. Fraser's commitment to Solene is clear as he stated, "I'm not gonna give up on Solene, not yet. And we've come far and we're gonna cross the finish line together hand in hand. That is my goal. It's just not easy." To try and mitigate the situation, Fraser instructed Bosun Hugo Ortega and the deck team to limit their interactions with Solene while on duty, confiding in Hugo, "As you know, Solene's my problem child," and asking them not to King talk to her to minimize distractions. This directive led to Solene confronting the crew, and eventually Captain Carrie Titherage, who was surprised by her approach. Captain Carrie emphasized that Solene needed to take responsibility for her own focus and work ethic. The situation culminated in a heated exchange between Solene and Jess, with Jess exploding, "You keep doing things, and you don't realize that there are repercussions." And that's not okay. You need to talk responsibility for that. Solene, tearfully expressing her confusion to a producer, maintained, I work hard. I do my best. I try. I don't know. Fraser remains determined to salvage the situation, admitting, I cannot put Solene on a leash and follow her around and make sure she's doing her work. She really is replaceable, but I want to try and fix this for her and for our team, and make sure we can make it to the end. Will Solene finally step up, or is this the end of her journey on the yacht? Stay tuned as we unpack the latest from the high seas, and then head back to the ranch for some major McBee family updates. I honestly think it's best that way. I still care about her, but watching everything play back is hard, and brings back the emotions of that time period, so it'd be tough to still continue to talk in any capacity while watching episodes play back and not feel emotionally charged. This statement from Steven McBee Jr. marks a definitive end to his relationship with Calah Jackson, as revealed in the emotional finale of the McBee Dynasty, Real American Cowboys. Calah's decision to skip Jessie McBee and Alli Ventresca's wedding, despite Steven inviting her as his plus one, served as the final straw for their relationship. In a confessional, Calah explained her choice. Our relationship has been a roller coaster ride, and I need peace in my life. I don't want any more drama. So, today was not an easy decision for me, but it's time to end this and jump off the crazy train. This led to Calah removing her mic and leaving their shared home, signifying a complete break. The episode update confirmed they hadn't seen each other since December 2024, but remained in weekly contact via text. Since filming wrapped, Calah has been actively pursuing new ventures. She traveled to Los Angeles for a movie premiere, dined at the iconic Chateau Marmont, and took her dog, Rocco, to Aspen for a new hat. Now back in Texas, she's showcasing her artistic side by highlighting the works of artists like J.D. Miller, Tyler Shields, Favio Landera, and Phil Lewengrath at Samuel Lynn Galleries in Dallas, becoming a prominent feature on their social media. In an August interview, Calah shared her current state of mind. I've been really focused on my personal growth and getting back to a good place. I'm the happiest I've been in a really, really long time. I'm just riding the wave and focusing on myself right now. She cited Steven's father's FBI investigation and her own grief over her sister's passing as significant factors in their relationship's decline, stating, I tried my best to help him through his ordeal, but that care and consideration wasn't reciprocated. I think that's where things really started going downhill for us. Steven Jr. echoed the sentiment that their time together has concluded, telling The Daily Dish, I honestly think it's best that way. He acknowledged the difficulty of watching their past unfold on screen, which makes continued communication challenging due to the emotional toll. I wish her nothing but the absolute best and for all of the success in her life. She's an incredible woman, and we have so many great memories created together even through the tough times, he added. However, Steven was firm about the future. There's just been so much that has happened between us, and between her and my family. Sometimes it's better to start fresh with someone new than try to go back and work through the extremely tough situations and heal from them when there's still so much built up inside. The door for reconciliation has, in his view, closed permanently. While Calah is moving forward with her life and career, another McBee family member experienced a dramatic turn of events that played out on screen. Get ready for the shocking details of Galyna's arrest and how the production team captured it all. She was in a car accident, I don't know what happened. These words from Irina Chappell's, Galyna Saltkovska's daughter, confirmed the worst fears of Steven McBee Jr. During the McBee Dynasty, Real American Cowboys, Season 2 finale, Galyna's unexpected absence from Jessie McBee and Alli Ventresca's wedding, despite her excitement about attending, immediately raised alarms. The show's production team, equally in the dark, sprang into action. Kathleen French, Senior Vice President of Entertainment Unscripted Current Production at NBC Universal, revealed in an exclusive interview, we didn't know either. Producers jumped in the car. They drove over there, and they captured it all in real time, including her coming home that night. The accident occurred mere miles from the wedding venue. Using Galyna's GPS, the production team arrived to find her Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon being loaded onto a tow truck. The footage eventually shown on screen was a combination of police bodycam and producer cameras, capturing Galyna's subsequent handcuffing and arrest on suspicion of driving while intoxicated. The juxtaposition of her arrest with the joyous wedding celebration created what Kathleen called one of the show's most iconic episodes. The officer at the scene initially informed Galyna she was under arrest, but later decided not to pursue charges, releasing her with a ticket for reckless driving, according to Irina. At the scene, Galyna claimed she was fine but had suffered a nervous breakdown while driving. Later, she tearfully admitted to Irina that her anxieties had gotten the best of her, confessing in a confessional, "Driving there, I was so worried about the wedding. Just overthinking." She specifically worried about her ex Steve McBee Sr's new girlfriend, Masha, potentially appearing, despite not being invited. The show captured the dramatic moment of her car window being broken. Irina expressed frustration that her mother seemed more concerned about missing the wedding than the accident itself. "I don't know what I would do without you. They have everyone. I don't have anyone. Your family is right here," she told Galyna. Following Irina's encouragement for her mother to make significant life changes, Galyna admitted in a producer interview, "I f'd up by not being more considerate of her daughter's feelings." She conceded, "There is no excuse for a lot of my actions," and cryptically added, "It may be time to cut ties and move on from the McBee family." However, post-finale updates indicate Galyna remains employed by the McBees, has moved on from Steve Sr, and is dating again. The episode's dramatic arc, intercutting the wedding's happiness with Galyna's legal troubles, was hailed as spectacular by French. While Galyna's legal troubles provided a dramatic twist, another McBee family member is celebrating a joyous new chapter. We're diving into Jesse McBee's life as a new dad and husband. "I mean, it's a life change, and those first few weeks are a whirlwind. I honestly barely remember them. It was just a phase in my life that went by so fast. You know, feed the baby, try to get some sleep here and there, and then she's pooping, changing diapers. I think I've changed 5 total, which is pretty good." Jesse McBee, fresh off the McBee Dynasty, Real American Cowboys Season 2 finale, is opening up about the profound experiences of becoming a father and a husband. Jesse and his longtime partner, Alli Ventresca, celebrated their fairy tale wedding, and shortly after, welcomed their first child, a daughter named Summer Lee McBee, born on April 17th. This new chapter began after filming concluded for Season 2, with Alli announcing the birth on Instagram on her 30th birthday. She shared her overwhelming joy, stating, "I truly have no words to describe what it feels like becoming a mother and seeing the love your life become a father. My heart has never been so full." Jesse candidly admitted during a recent interview that the initial period of parenthood was challenging. "If I'm being completely honest, it was really tough to start." He described the first few weeks with Summer as a whirlwind, with his memory of that time being hazy due to the demands of new parenthood. "You know, feed the baby, try to get some sleep here and there, and then she's pooping, changing diapers. I think I've changed 5 total, which is pretty good," he quipped, highlighting his wife's primary role in the baby's care during those early days. Despite the initial hurdles, Jesse finds fatherhood amazing, particularly now that Summer is developing her own personality and recognizing things. "Now she's kind of getting her own personality and kind of recognizing things, so I think this is my favorite part," he shared. The arrival of Summer adds a new generation to the family's legacy, McBee Farm and Cattle. Cole McBee echoed Jesse's sentiments, noting the joy of watching Summer and their cousin Blair, Cole, and Casey Adkisson's daughter grow up together and become best friends. Casey Adkisson also shared her positive experience co-parenting with Alli, describing her as a sister and a lifesaver during this phase of life. "It's not always easy, but having Alli by my side, who understands exactly what I'm going through, has been a lifesaver," Casey said. "We can laugh and also cry together as new moms, and it has brought us so much closer." Jesse also discussed their current living situation, revealing that he and Alli now spend more time in the city to be closer to family for babysitting support, a decision Alli championed. "My mom, Christy McBee, lives in the city. Her parents live in the city, so as far as babysitting Summer, it makes life a lot easier when it comes to that," he explained, calling it a happy medium. Reflecting on the wedding day, which Alli planned with minimal input from him, Jesse stated it went really smooth. He cherished being surrounded by loved ones. Even amidst the drama, such as Galyna's car accident and arrest, Jesse noted that the couple managed to keep the focus on the wedding and what was important. From new beginnings to dramatic exits, the McBee family's season has been filled with unforgettable moments. But the drama isn't confined to the ranch. We're also heading to the high seas for a look at a heated confrontation on Below Deck. And that's a wrap on today's rundown. We saw Calah Jackson make a definitive break from her relationship on the McBee Dynasty. Galyna Saltkovska faced legal trouble with a dramatic arrest captured by producers. On Below Deck, Fraser Olender issued a final warning to Solene about her job performance. And Jesse McBee is embracing his new life as a father and husband. Don't miss any of the breaking news. Hit that like button, subscribe to PumpTalk News, ring the notification bell, drop a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social media channels.